welcome back to Bindi's Cake Decorating. Sorry it's been a while since my last video featuring myself, but today I have made mini brownie butter cakes. These are supposed to be the mini ones here, and then I've made extra mini ones. So this is what they look like. So we've got our brownie base, and then we've got our buttercream cake on top. Now these are fresh out of the oven, so they're still very hot, but I can't wait to try them. Hopefully you enjoy watching my video tutorial on how to make these. See you later. Okay, to start off with, we're going to make the brownie. To do that, we're going to melt the 140 grams of dark chocolate and the 50 grams of butter over a bain-marie. As you can see, the chocolate and the butter are melting together quite nicely. If you're using a metal bowl the way I am, be careful as the metal will conduct heat from the bain-marie, so just don't burn your hand. So the butter and the chocolate have completely melted. I'm now going to remove this from the heat and add the brown sugar. I'm going to add my 50 grams of brown sugar. It's approximately a quarter of a cup. So we're just going to mix this until it's all combined and blended. Like so. Now that this is all combined, I'm going to add 1 egg. When you add your egg, make sure that you mix straight away, just because this chocolate mixture is still a bit warm. We don't want the chocolate to cook the egg. It'll taste funny. Alright, so I'm going to add it. And I'm going to mix it straight away. Just don't want that egg to cook. And then I'm going to add a quarter of a cup of plain flour. And I'm just going to fold this in. So I've finished folding my flour in. It should be quite thick and gooey. Now this is going to be the brownie base. This is the first time I've made this recipe, so I'm going to do some mini ones, and I'm also going to do some usual cupcake size. So let's give that one last mix. So trying not to make a mess, just going to scoop 1 tablespoon. I've used a little soup spoon for this, just to get a little bit more chocolate on the spoon. Just gonna pop it into the base there. Base of these are all filled with the chocolate brownie. We're going to cook them in the oven for 5 minutes. I've set the oven at 170 degrees. So it has been 5 minutes and the brownie base has cooked. So yeah, now we're going to start making the cake to go on top of the brownie. So while these cool, I'm going to set these aside. We're going to cream together the butter and sugar. So it's 120 grams of butter and 100 grams of sugar. So we're going to beat this together until it looks lighter in colour and nice and smooth. So we're going to cream together the butter and the sugar. During this process, just remember to scrape down the edges. So the butter and the sugar have finished creaming. As you can see, it looks quite pale in colour now and very creamy. To this we're going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. Just remember to scrape down the edges. To our butter mix, we're going to add 1 cup of plain sifted flour and 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder with 3.5 tablespoons of milk, alternating between both of them into the butter mixture. So I'm just going to add some of my flour. I'm going to fold this into the butter mixture . Like so. Then I'm going to add some milk. I'll fold this in. Then I'm going to add the remaining parts of my flour and baking powder. I'm going to fold this. And as you can see, the mixtures come together quite nicely. I'm going to add the remaining of my milk. And fold that in. And the mixture should look like so. I'm now going to add 1 teaspoon of the butter cake mixture into the brownie mixture to start off with, and then I'm going to go back and add some more cake mix into the ones that don't have a lot. As you can see, my cake batter now is sitting on top of all my brownies. I've set the oven to 180 degrees now, and I'm going to cook them for 15 minutes. So a good way to tell if they're cooked is that they should spring back, which they do. Another method of checking to see if these are cooked is putting a skewer into them and making sure the skewer comes out dry.